Currently, we're in Albuquerque, New Mexico, the 505. We live in close proximity to downtown Albuquerque. I got more of these. I'm glad I got new hardware. This shit is ridiculous. Shout out Silver Skate Shop for hooking it up on the board. Blessings during this time. And she hooked it up for the hardware too. Fucking wicked, dude. May skateboard. The homies. I got some grip from Joe up at Skate School Santa Fe. Shout out Joe for shipping it down to me during these crazy times. Alright, we're about to grip it with the checkerboard grip. See if it's legitimate. Oh shit, we're about to find out. Let's see if I can do it first try. Holy fuck. Alright, so one day I'm gonna pay people to grip my boards because I'm not very good at this. Even though I've been doing this for over 10 years now. Let's see if I can make it happen. Oh, let's see. It's pretty good to me. See. I don't know. Let's see. It's pretty good. Yeah. All right. I've been skating for 10 years, since I was like 11. I'm 21 now. I started skateboarding in Lawton, Oklahoma, and haven't stopped since. One of the reasons why I started skateboarding was like one day I was walking through my neighborhood and I seen these kids and they were skateboarding, but the most important thing about that story is I seen them with a girl. They had one girl. It was like 5 dudes and one girl, and that was like the coolest thing to me, because when you're a young kid, when you're 11 years old, 12-year-old, girls are like the craziest thing. And I don't know why that intrigued me. They were skating a rail, like a little flat round bar on the street next to somebody's house. And yeah, that's what sparked me to start skateboarding. Of course, skateboarding, like everybody's always been in everybody's life, you know, since at least the 80s. It's a real thing. Yeah, you know, I mean, my mom grew up in California, so like skateboarding was for sure a real prominent thing around me, but I didn't necessarily pick it up till I was like 11. So yeah, but I fell in love with it right away. It was pretty cool. During that time I was in this like weird transition period of like trying to find myself and figure out what I was gonna do. And I for sure was like, I played, alright, like that was the first year I ever played sports. Cause like my stepdad, he was a real like, he was a real macho guy, I would say. And I wasn't necessarily the most macho or like crazy like into like sports or like stuff like that. So I was like, whatever. It was 6th grade, and I was playing football, and I didn't really like it. I played it for 1 season basically, but during that time I like found skateboarding at the same exact time, which was pretty crazy because I was skating and I was playing sports, and I don't know, it was tripped out because like I would get hurt, go to practice, and then practice sucked because I was hurt. I don't know, it was random. I wasn't really into football too much. I was also into other things like being dumb and trying to be a wannabe gangster, I guess. But skateboarding's what was like the mainstay of my life. And so I skated, you know. Shout out to the homies who kept me skating. For sure, someone like Levi and someone like Zach were always like let me, like if I broke a board or whatever, they would for sure let me use their board, and that was always sick. The people like Garrett and Zolan, the homies back in Lawton, they always held it down. Then I moved to New Mexico, and I continued skateboarding, and out on the res there's not too many kids that skateboard, and so I skateboarded for a long time by myself. I guess I shouldn't say by myself, but I skated alone, I should say, because most definitely there was kids on the res that were skating, like Javon. Rest in peace to Javon. He passed away a couple years ago. But he was skating for sure. I would see him from time to time, and we would skate. Kids like Stoney, we would skate from time to time. Like those guys were like for sure casual skaters. But Javon was kind of a skate rat. Stoney was more of a casual skater. He didn't necessarily like, he wasn't trying to like go big or go home or nothing, but he for sure skated. He loved it. So for a couple years, I was about 14 when I moved to New Mexico. I was skateboarding by myself, or alone I should say, and then I met, or no, then I like made this video on YouTube called Hey Victor by Chief on a Board. You can look it up. I didn't make it. My dear friend Diamond Morgan made the video, or he shot it. And he shot it, and he edited it, and he put it up, and it was pretty cool. It was way tight actually, and a lot of people watched it. That was pretty sick. It was like the biggest thing I had ever done in my life, and some of the best skateboarding at the time, which was garbage, but it's all good. And then I met, and then Michael, he's like, that's whose house we're at right now. Michael, I used to work in the lunch line at high school. Like I would like give everybody food. I was the cafeteria lady for sure, with the hairnet, and being mean and be like, nah, fuck that, back of the line type shit. But shout out my bosses over there. But anyway, so he was like, yo, you skate? Like you did that video? And I was like, yeah, dude, that's me. You seen that? And he was like, yeah. And I was all fucking sick, dude. Anyway, so when we started skating, it was like me, and then he had like a stepbrother situation, and the stepbrother's name was Baby Day, the notorious Baby Day, the big homie from Laguna. Shout out Baby Day. He ain't here right now. I don't know where he at. I don't know why he acting off somehow, but you know where we be at, Baby Day. It's Baby Day, Michael, and then like this kid named Andre. Shout out Andre. That kid Javon, he was skating with us for a little bit. Jalen skated with us for a little bit, and then Baby Day and Michael's little brother, the Connection, aka Brogan. His real name was Logan. We all skated together at the Green Acres Park, which was sick. It had like that's where I would skate alone, but nobody skated at that time, or they weren't like out. And so we would skate. It would be me, Michael, Baby Day, Brogan, Javon, sometimes Andre, and Jalen. We'd all be out there skating, so there'd be like 5, 6, 7, 8 of us. We'd all be out there. Oh, and Tyler and Elias. Damn, my bad. Shout out Tyler. Shout out Elias. We'd all skate at the Gap, and the Gap was like it had like a big gazebo, or like a canopy, but it was like a pretty it was a pretty solid gazebo thing. I don't know what to call it, but it was sick, and it's like in the middle of like the subdivision in Laguna, the Laguna Pueblo, and it had like this, it's like this big thing, and then it had like picnic tables, and it had like a fireplace in the middle, and they had like benches. They were like for sure knee high, but they for sure were like made out of concrete or something. Anyway, they were really good for no slides, not too good for 50-50s and like 5-0s and stuff, but we'd like wax the crap out of them. Oh, and we would skate off the table. Like they had tables too, and we'd skate off the side of the table, and we would be there all day, dude. Like from like, we'd be like, yo, what are you doing after school? They'd be like, shit, skating. And so like we would link up, and that's how I got into like music and like kind of like filming. I mean, like I was always filming like little things, like I don't know, when I was a kid I was like try to make YouTube videos or whatever, but for sure like we would film all kinds of videos like at the Gap, we called it Green Acres Park, all the homies. So like if you go back on this channel, it would be like Chief and Monthly Dose. Those are some of those videos, and like some of the first Quake visions where for sure like at the spot, like for sure. And so we yeah, man, that's basically what we would do. We would skate every day after school. Michael would bring his guitar sometimes. I'd be like, yo bro, bring your guitar, like that shit's sick, you can play guitar. Because honestly I'd never really seen anybody like physically play a guitar or like play an instrument, so it was sick, man. And so like I would rap. I always been rapping, or trying to rap at least. And so he would bring his guitar and play like Sweet Home Alabama and play some like Eminem shit, and we should just be freestyling shit. And yeah, that's kind of like the story of me starting skateboarding for sure, or like the journey through like 10 years, a little bit. This is my setup. I got a Mace skateboard. I got some independent trucks from Silver Skate Shop, some pig wheels from Silver Skate Shop, bearings, miscellaneous, I really don't know, and then grip tape from skate school. Trying to match, trying to be color coordinated, but whatever. Alrighty, we'll see you guys later. My name's Victor Z. Corpus. Have a good day.